fatal four-way matchup.
And on the queen side of things, who is not content, she demanded she be part of this tournament. It's a bliss. And Chelsea Green. He is a visionary. He is a revolution off the snake. Wow. But Corey, the mood just changed. On Breaker, as Seth Rollins referred to him, by Seth freaking Rollins. This is the man.
Seth Rollins, who saw something to form this group in his vision. He was stabbed in the back by Breaker match, so to speak. Remember Braun Breaker 23 in NXT. Braun Breaker still
comes to in-ring experience. The edge obviously go. You've got Braun Breaker, who is in fact still a little experienced.
Breaker wastes a little time. Logan Paul out for months with a triceps injury. Unloading on Braun Breaker.
How quick! Lightning speed.
Rollins going to have to be wily in this match. Up over the top rope and to the floor.
Well, that's one attribute. Rely on his veteran experience.
Suicide dive. Breaker glided him into the barricade, and I like this success.
And that doesn't necessarily disqualify Braun Breaker.
And he might want to get out of harm's way, and he did, but this time Breaker hit it into the front row. Braun Breaker has wiped out everyone in the front row.
Braun Breaker loves to compare himself. Breaker is the dog, and Seth Rollins is his bone.
And face Seth.
Not quite the opposite. I think that chop.
Here we go! And Prince Montoya. Seth just a step slower than this.
That the injuries have begun to add up.
That man ball handicap. Of course, Braun, Seth Rollins.
Carefully measured right hand between. And I actually like this strategy from Braun Breaker to slow Breaker, for as much as he detests Seth Rollins.
Back. Outstanding moonsault by Breaker. Just went. He's just a freak athlete. He's got all the tools. Our main event, Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker.
Breaker has been able to withstand or reverse.
Back.
Open hand strikes left.
Pat gonna have to separate the two.
All right, again
now into a jump. So impressive.
So this battle beginning to add up for Seth freaking Rollins. Now had his shoulder to the injury list.
And Bragg.
Oh, flying elbow. What? 8-10 feet through the air.
Torpedo-like impact on Rollins. It's just his attitude of Breaker. Never slows down your counterparts. Best be careful.
Rollins gonna make it pay.
Rollins back into the ring.
Separation between himself and these exposed.
The power, the military press.
This counter by the veteran.
Look at this power here. Trying to feed off this capacity crowd here tonight. Turn
in this battle.
with an opportunity here. And Seth will knock Breaker down.
Rollins doing his best right now to push the pace while
To the apron. Off the top rope.
Ford swamp. Bag of tricks that he's needed to recently tells me how he is dealing with a world-class
and Breaker.
Steiner, perhaps a superplex to the visionary. I couldn't tell from my vantage point.
Rollins kicks it too.
The face of Bron Breaker.
And also Paul, six-time world champion, Rumble winner. Eyes of Bron Breaker, who is now hunting. Does not want to be there. We've seen Breaker do this before.
In midair.
What a collision. Man, what a physical battle. And the official now, Chad Pat, at a count of
to keep this matchup alive for himself, perhaps.
A count of 8 now. And now Rollins and Breaker face to face. Breaker, that's what he thinks of Rollins. The upper hand.
Rollins is a kicks. Breaker in phenomenal physical kick back.
Rollins though with the upper hand now.
Rollins unable to get his hands up to protect himself.
The Breaker, wow,
Black holes.
pull that off.
Incredible pop.
We are back. Rollins now with Breaker up high.
Almost a triangle locked in or a try attempting.
Yeah, but one cover on Breaker and a kick out. What an odd.
Seth Rollins obviously wanted the buckle bomb, but with muscle. That is a lot of human being.
Breaker outside the ring. Rollins outside the ring as well. Story that dates back to Breaker stabbing Rollins in
His own vision, pun heavily intended, but in surveying the situation, trying to figure out which
planning to do here. Seth Rollins trying to climb the steps, driving Rollins into the post.
Tonight in Torino as Breaker makes the climb.
Superplex by Rollins. Falcon Arrow. Cover.
Momentum, watch. Rollins always putting out the ball.
Breaker, Rollins outside the ring. A look of concern. Rollins, I think
Long enough to know and to recognize, even when you think you've got speed and power that can turn the tides of a match.
a spear. And Seth went for the stomp.
Build momentum. He executed that spear instead.
Safe. Or maybe he's back in harm's way.
Breaker giving chase.
And now Breaker putting Rollins in the look in the eyes of the unpredictable. Turned into a pedigree. A pedigree. What an incredible counter as Breaker went for the no idea where he's at. Seth Rollins. Breaker kicks out again.
What can Rollins conceivably do with the insurance pedigree inside the ring? But
What the hell do I have to do to put this monster away?
it's the architect.
Breaker's tag team partner from the Vision. Theory to the post. And now Rollins with a
Look at this. There is
So was over there with Heyman, who drew Chapel.
proves it.
Look who's here! Look who's here! Theory! Theory, the man who took out Joe Henry last week.
Remember, Rollins and Ford appeared to reach.
By Breaker. Both legs hooked.
Breaker asking himself that exact same question right hit the scene. Took out Theory. But here.
Meanwhile, back in the ring. A kick. Oh, Heyman now! Come on, ref! Save the match for Breaker. What are you doing, Heyman?
Should do. Heyman's protecting his.
Rollins is staring at the Oracle, who's out here.
Now's not the time, Rollins.
Stabbed him in the back. Oh my God! Call a coroner. Rollins had the title, but wait a minute.
Breaker down.
He's gonna stop by Rollins.
Now he's definitely.
Match. What a show!
Here is the rolling.
There is a reason. Title around his waist, Corey.
Great, the young man was seeing red. He wasn't belt. Breaker paid the ultimate premiere.
Now people got to check on Paul Heyman over here. It started it all. Seth Rollins would hit
In this instance, protecting his investment. Here's where it all went south. Rage. Bron Breaker may have and pick up a decisive win.
I have ever seen. Seth Rollins protected.
If you're surprised by the strategy of the architect.
Really, Ford and Rollins had put their differences aside. Dawkins last week. Nights in Italy. And what a week right now.
Don't go anywhere. You are about in the world of sports entertainment. We kindly invite Chano.